Hi, and welcome to a Epic Games Free Game of the Week review. And this week there is three free games for June 30th, three free games. And this one here is Iratus Lord of the Dead. So let's get started, and I'll show you the gameplay here in a second. So it says it's a roguelike, and basically it is. Yeah. So what you do in this game is you have your main character right here in the middle here. He has talent, so you have skill trees that you can go into. You level up, you get experience. You can pick whatever talents that you want to start customizing your character. And then you have all these undead guys, and you build these characters up by creating them. So you have your character selection right here. You click on them and you fill it full of parts, and then you craft it, and that's easy as that to make your characters. Some of them will die off, and then you got to make some more of them. You can make more than one of the same guys. You can make as much as you want as long as you have the parts for them, and you get parts by killing and completing fights and all that kind of stuff. And all of these characters have different abilities right here, and then once they get level up, they can level up their skill points, and they can pick which direction you want their skills to go into. Usually it's like like this one here. Like this one, you get 5 more hit points, or you get +1 damage, and this skill effect takes a different different path, basically a limited path, but limited path. You also have stats, so when you level up, you get stat points. Let's go to one that actually has stat points here. We'll go to this character here. Yeah, so you get some stat points, and you can pick what stats you want to put in these characters. So you can customize your characters. You can upgrade them through these through their the parts. You made them out of parts. You can get better parts and make better guys. They have better brains. That means that's their level. So I could level this guy up 1 level by sticking that new brain in there, or this level 1 guy here. I could stick a brain in there and give him level 5, and then you get the skill points according to that. And you have these slots right here. These are things that you can craft on your alchemy bench, and these are little boosts you can give the guy. You can craft them, you stick them in place. It's all based on the parts that you get for killing fights. And if your guys die, you're gonna lose your parts. You're gonna lose all that stuff. You also have artifacts for your character to use. So I like this artifact right here. You get to use a hook. Whenever the people move in combat, they take damage, so that's kind of handy. And also you have like a graveyard, another way to buff your characters and use up your guys that you create, like right here in the library. You stick a guy in the library. It has to be like a certain character type, and this one here is like the Death Knight type guy. You gotta stick him in there to get the bonus, and this is like an experience bonus after each fight. That main guy who gets experience and skill points so that you can use in fights, he gets level up. If I want to go and get this level 2, I need to make a lich and stick a lich in here, and then use these other points up here to get it. That's what this game is like. Lots of customization, lots of upgrades, and here is what the map looks like right here. You got different stages to go into, and you start off the map way down. Where's the bottom? Right there. There's the bottom. So you start off down here, and you go through the map, and it's to pick your own. It's to choose your own choice. You pick which pathway you want, and you get to zoom in there and pick which rewards that interest you the most, and plan ahead. Go all the way up to the top of the pathway here, and work your way backwards would be the best idea, and pick which wards that you want the most, and then choose that path. It might be harder, it might be easier, who knows. It all depends on what kind of fights you're going to get into. But yeah, these are the fights you can get into. Well, question mark, there's a guy there, and where am I located? I am right here, and there is some quest options in here, as you can go in here, and you gotta pick which squad. So you go in there, and it just travels like this to the next part on there. And here's something here. I can attack them, so yeah, I'm gonna attack them. Why not? I'm not even gonna read it. It's just going to say attack them, and I'll attack them. So there's some guys in here. This is what the fights look like. Here is like a battle order. Then your turn starts again, all based on your character's initiative and stuff like that. And all your characters have skills, different skills they can use. And I wonder if I can't click on them. But those are the character skills. And then you fight in these 4 guys. So it's your 4 guys versus their 4 guys for most of these fights. So you can only have up to 4 guys maximum on your team. And it's your team fighting their team. And you can see their hit points and their stats and how much, everything that they have. And right here is your spells that you have. This is your character. This is his mana, and then you get rage, and your characters get different abilities that unlock when you have that rage. So they get better abilities as the fight goes on to use, temporarily. And then you have spells you can use to attack. So that is what the combat is like for this game here. And you can check out this guy's hit points. He's got like 65 hit points, and this one will do like more than enough damage to kill him. It only attacks the back row. That's the way I upgraded it, so he can like go out there and kill guys nice and quickly like that. So yeah, and then they had different things like this. Like this guy's going to go next and use this ability. So, you know, on his next turn, he's going to do a deadly attack. And so is that guy. But that's just what the combat looks like. It's just these guys doing their little melee attacks back and forth, as you can see. And if I want to toast this guy up, set him on fire, like that. And then I can use my spell, because I got my spell that does extra damage if he's burning. Oh, almost killed him. He's going to die from that fire when his turn starts. So, too bad for him. But yeah, plan your combat, and then just, you know, pick whatever guys you want for your team, and go nuts and do the fights. This looks like a really easy fight. My guys are set up pretty good at the start here with this team setup I have. But yeah, this is how the game works. I gotta wait for the whole other round before another combat round comes in. But yeah. What can we do? Yeah, they can buff each other. They got different abilities you can use. I like this Banshee's ability right here. You can, you know, recharge your mana, so you can, like, you know, burn guys with spells and get your mana back easily just by, you know, healing their insanity up. You know, damage their insanity, then heal it. It's a nice idea to do. Yeah, you get some basic stuff for your fights, and there's a fight. There's an example of a fight in this game. So overall, what's this? Study explosives, improves attack, or improves hit points. Well, I like attack, so let's go for that. Attack +2, permanent duration. Okay, well that's pretty cool. +2 to all my minions attack permanently. Well, that is a neat thing to have. So this game has lots of neat things. It is probably going to be very limited. It looks like only 5 stages. It could be more, but your pathway is limited on your choices and what you can do. The combat is just 4 versus 4 or less, basically. The customization is nice, and it's, you know, very cheap graphics game, but they look good for the amount of bits that they're using. So it looks good, it feels good, but it's not going to be overly creative, and it's not overly, you know, I don't know, how do you say interesting in a broader sense. It's not overall interesting or in a broader sense as a good game could be and should be for role playing or action wise. So yeah, I'm gonna give this game a 5 out of 10. You know, the standard, it's worth playing, basically. 5 out of 10. The game is worth playing, but it's not worth getting, you know, emotionally invested in or, you know, super excited about. It is just something that's okay to play, and it's not a horrible experience like some of the other games are. So this is an okay game to play. Could be interesting. If you like roguelikes, it's gonna be better for you. If you think it's just a regular old game that's decent to play like I do, it's a 5 out of 10 type of game. Which is, you know, way better than most of the games out there these days anyways. You know, like that Hood game that's free this week too, and that game is just junk to me, and junk for other things. There's just so much other games like that that are utter junk, and then you get simple games like this with a simple concept that's been done before, but they did it in a good way. So normally I'd give games like this a much lower rating because I don't like them, but this game gets a 5 out of 10 because it has customizations and all the different skills that you can pick, and it's more interesting, right? So, you know, you're playing the undead guys and putting them together like that, creating your characters and different party members, all that you want, and keep making them and upgrading them like that. So that is the most interesting part in this game, and leveling up your own character, your own main character, and then doing the fights. The fights are going to be same over and over again with the same type of combat strategy, so it's not going to evolve very much until you get new characters, and then they have different skills, and you're fighting other bad guys that have horribly overpowered skills, which this game does warn you about that. You know, the guys are going to get it super hard, and you're just going to end up having all your characters that you built up just end up dying on you, so you're going to have to make a broad profile. And they kind of give you the hint here when they have 4 teams worth of guys, and they kind of want you not just to focus on one group of guys, and because they might die off. So yeah, quite an interesting game. 5 out of 10, worth playing and worth downloading, but not super worth paying a big, you know, price tag for type deal. But, you know, this is a cheap price tag, so that's pretty good for that too. So thanks for watching, and I hope you got all the information you need to decide if you want to play this game or not. So I'll see you later for the next game.